Well, hey guys, good morning. Good morning. It's a Monday. I love Mondays. You all know that. I'm moving something around on my screen so I can see my notes because I want to talk to you this morning about about your leadership style. And the reason that I think that is, oh my gosh, my thing's binging all over the place. The reason I think that's so important and it's something that we all need to consider is because whether you are running your own practice and you've got your own kind of jam going on as a solopreneur, or you have a team, maybe you've got one or two or three employees that are working with you, or you have additional staff people in your office. You've got a health coach or you have another practitioner of some kind. Regardless, if you are the one that's running your business, you are the leader, right? Yes, right. So, what we want to do is I want to talk about the types of leaders and the pros and cons with each one. So, first of all, one of the ways that most people lead, and I find this more common as I'm having conversations with practitioners, the more common way that we lead is with kindness and compassion, and we let things go a lot longer than they should. So when something's not working well, or an employee isn't doing well, or you need to have a conversation that's going to be hard and awkward and you just don't want to do it, what we do is we just kind of like close our eyes, turn the other way. It'll be fine. It'll work out. I don't want to have to say anything. And that tends to be how we lead. We just are way more likely to, because I think, and I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely got some pitfalls. But when we lead like that, where we are basically kind of like, turning a blind eye almost. Oh, that light is terrible. But we're turning a blind eye to what's really going on. Instead, what we're doing is we're leaving that decision up to our clinician brain. And our clinician brain is the one that just wants to serve and help and, be useful and make a difference in the world. We're not good, generally speaking. I'm not saying for everyone. You might be a superstar, I don't know. But general rule is that we're really just not good about having those hard conversations. And I get it. I don't like having them either. I don't like it either. But when you have those conversations in a very authentic and real and true way, you're actually helping to grow your business. And really, what you're doing is you are taking off your CEO hat. I know you guys are sick of hearing me say this, but it is the most powerful mindset shift that you can make is to take off your clinician hat. Did I say that wrong just a minute ago? Take off your clinician hat and you want to put on your CEO hat. Because as a CEO of your business, I know those sound like kind of big words for a, little acupuncture office or whatever, but it's a big job, it's a big title, and it's a big hat. I mean, it's a Texas size hat. You have to put that on and own that bad boy. Now, when you're faced with a situation where you have a team member that's not doing what they need to be doing, you can now take off your clinical hat, which is the well, it'll be fine hat. We won't talk about it. You put that CEO hat on, and now all of a sudden you say, look, I get that this is what feels right to you, but this is how I need it to be done. And this is where we need this to happen because of X, Y, and Z. This is what's best for the business. This works best for me, and this is how I would like for you to do it. It comes from a completely different place. Now, here's the cool thing is your brain is the same brain as it was regardless of which hat you're wearing, you're still the same person. The difference is right here, my friend. It's a mindset shift. And we take off the hat that is the clinical hat, we set that down, and then we go over here and we pick up this big CEO hat and we put that bad boy on and we say, okay, this is how we're going to run the business. This is how we're going to do it. Now, some people, some practitioners that I've worked with will can't make a decision to save their life. And I want to tell you, it drives me nuts because I tend to be on the other side, which I will make a decision like that. Not always. There are some that I agonize over. Like coming back here on Facebook was an agonizing decision. And those that know me well and have been in Business Coaching Collaborative, this last round that we did, They all heard my story. Like, it was so hard for me to make the decision. It was the right decision, but it was a hard decision. And it took me a while to make the decision. But there are other times when you might just be like, oh, you want to buy a new piece of equipment? Let's do it. Sign on the dotted line. Let's that, without thinking that all the way through. And sometimes that can be great. Many successful business leaders say that successful business leaders, one of their qualities and traits that they recognize as being valuable for growing their business. And friends, we have businesses. It's not just chiropractic or just acupuncture. It's a business. We're here to make money. But they all say this, the really successful ones will say that they made quick decisions. They got quiet, they thought about it, they listened. What's my gut say? They slept on it overnight. I'm not talking quick decision in the moment, but like give it a night or two and then you don't belabor it. Boom, you make the decision. That's it. And then you act on the decision. But sometimes we tend to want to think about it, and we think about it, and then we mull it over, and then we ask questions, and then we ask our friends, and then we go post a question online, and then we get in a group and we ask another question, and then we talk to somebody else, and then we talk to somebody else. You've just wasted all that time when you could have been growing your practice. So if you are a quick start like me, I tend to be that way, I have to put myself in check because I will go do every little new thing. That's just how I am. I will just go every little new thing. Oh, let's do that. Oh, let's add this. Let's try this. Let's do this. And my poor team, they're like, okay, pull back the reins. Back it up, girl. Settle down. Get in your seat. Ride the pony. Don't get crazy. And so they put me in check all the time. So that's my MO. Or I can be really, really slow and delayed. And that's not productive either. I think the sweet spot is right in the middle where you're not a hair trigger, pull the trigger, instant kind of person. You don't need to delay all the time, but as a leader, there's value in being thoughtful and just considering, okay, I'm going to sleep on this. Do I really need that new piece of equipment? Do I really need to hire this marketing company? Do I need a coach? Do I need to buy my own building? Do I need to change my tax accountant? There's value in sitting still and sitting with it, but don't sit with it for weeks. I'm telling you, don't sit with it for weeks. Give yourself 48 hours and allow yourself time to get quiet, to listen, to be still, and say, what does your heart feel? What does your gut feel? What does your instinct feel? And if you know you've been putting it off, it's probably an even better reason to take the action because you already know that you need to do it. You just have to pull the trigger and get it done. So, my friend, today, let me know. I'd love to hear, what do you do? Which are you, a fast trigger, a slow trigger, or a thinker? And there's balance in all of them. I'm saying let's bring them all together and let's make the quick decision wait a little bit. Let's make the slow decision maker come in a little bit, and then let's give it a little bit of time to just percolate before we make that final decision. So there's my 2 cents for the week. I hope you guys are all good, having a great week. And please, I know this is a brand new group. This is the first time I've done this Facebook Live in this group. So, or this morning, this Monday morning thing in the group, but I'm so excited that you all are here. So please, please, please ask your business questions. Don't be shy. Get in, ask the questions. I'm going to be in. I watch it every day, all day. I'm checking on you guys. And so I know everybody's got way too many groups. I get it. But for those of you that were in the Clinical Mastery group before we had to move it off of Facebook for censorship reasons, for those of you that were in the Clinical Mastery group, you can still go join over there if you want clinical support, but this group is about how we're going to give you a life you love, a business that serves you, and the kind of income that you deserve. That's what we're all about right here, is helping you put the foundation in place. Think of your business like a tree with dirt. Your business, the way your business runs, is like the foundation. It's like the soil. And the healthier the soil, the better the tree grows. But when you have weak soil and you have poor business systems and your hiring process is bad and you're not making great decisions as a leader in that sweet spot in the middle, Your soil is dry. It needs water. It needs fertilizer. We need worms. We need like plants. We need things. We got to weed it. We got to rototill it. We got to loosen it up. Your soil is your business, and your clinical skills cannot shine in the midst of a poorly run business. And I know this for a fact. I've worked with hundreds of practitioners, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And it's true in every single case. So spend the time. This is the place for you to get your questions answered. Let's get your soil really good so we get that business working like it needs to be working so that your clinical skills can then thrive because you'll know how to put your CEO hat on and how to put your clinician hat on. So I'll quit. I could talk about this forever. All right. Much love to you all. Take care. I'll see you here in the group. Have a great week.